Hello, welcome back to the channel.
Hi.
Today we're out and about and we've visited Warkworth Castle. You can probably tell that from the title of the video. So, sit back and have a quick shufty at Warkworth Castle.
back to get our little boat back across. Little boat. If you look over there, there's a little lamp.
So there's some images of Warkworth Castle. A little walk around the castle and along the river to the Hermitage. So
the river was very pleasant. We kept seeing little fish jumping up and down.
yeah. So what are your thoughts, or she, that must be a bird, on Warkworth Castle?
I actually really liked it. There was an awful lot there. The audio guide was cracking. I thoroughly enjoyed the audio.
Oh, the audio guide.
Yes.
Yeah, English Heritages seem to have really sorted the audio guide out over the last few years. They've changed it. It's not just a tape player or a trail which you have to stay with it. They now, you get a little handheld device and you point it at little plaques, other electronic devices that are dotted about the site, and then press the button and it tells you about where you are. There is a trail to follow. You can follow the suggested route, but you don't have to. So yeah, the audio guides are well worth getting.
It was definitely there, and it wasn't overly long. It was very informative as well.
Yeah. I mean, Warkworth Castle overall was brilliant. Well, I thought anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been before. You said you have once?
I went years ago with John. We'd been up to Dunstable Castle, and we called in, either going there or going back. It's back in the photography days. We just called in on spec.
But no, it was lovely, and the walk along the river was lovely. I'm hoping we have some footage of the Hermitage, because unfortunately the way that works is you book tickets to go across in a little rowboat, and you're allowed to take dogs, but we didn't think that one would cope with it, so you stayed one side and I went across. So unfortunately I only had this with me, and her, and
yeah.
I did a bit, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Your ticket to Warkworth Castle includes the Hermitage, or does it?
No, you can pay just for the castle, you can pay just for the Hermitage, and you can pay for a joint ticket for both.
Yeah. So essentially, you go to the castle, sort out whatever tickets you want, and we'll assume you're doing both. You can have a look around the castle, which there's quite a lot of them that's still about, and you can go into the keep. There's more castle than ruin. It's all a ruin, but there's quite a lot of castle.
Yes, I mean we've been to an awful lot, but I think this is the most we've ever been to a Motte and Bailey, which has so much still standing.
It's not a Motte and Bailey castle.
Well, they did say it was.
It's built on the lines of a Motte and Bailey castle, as in you've got the curtain wall, you've got the outer Bailey, the inner Bailey, and then the keep on a. You know what I mean. So yeah, it's of a Motte and Bailey design, but it's a big stone castle.
Yeah.
Of the Percys.
The thing is, I mean, if we hadn't have had the dogs, instead of coming back to the van, we'd have walked into the little village and had a walk around there as well.
Yeah, it's a short walk into the centre of the village and you can have a look round.
Yeah.
But getting back to the castle, the castle's well worth a visit, as you've seen from the footage, hopefully. Yeah, I did enjoy the castle. And then when you come back out of the castle through the main gate, you can bear right and down the stairs to the river bank and follow the path. It's a half mile.
Yeah, you go right and then you go left down to it.
bear right as you come out the gate. Down the stairs, follow the path. The path will lead you along the riverbank. It's about half a mile walk. It's a nice, pleasant walk on a nice day. We enjoyed it today. And that gets you to the jetty, where there's a man in a rowboat. And if you give him your ticket, or show him your ticket, he'll take you across. Now, I didn't go across today, because the rowboat was quite full and there was another dog in it, and he can be a pain with other dogs sometimes. So I stayed with him on the bank. And Madam went and had a look at the Hermitage. So, tell us your thoughts on the Hermitage.
I loved it. Absolutely adored it. I mean, bear in mind, I have a thing about churches anyhow, going into them and looking at them, and it was absolutely stunning. It's a great big boulder, and some amazing stone carver has carved steps up going one way, which unfortunately you can't go up that, because they reckon at some point there was like boards between, and when you go into the other bit it's like a little chapel.
All right.
And the ceilings, it's like a vaulted ceiling, and then there is, everyone knows King Henry VIII butchered religious statues, and when at the Reformation, but he didn't do this one because he obviously didn't realise, and there is a statue of Our Lady with Child with Joseph. Yes, they're very well worn, but they are still there with Joseph looking down on Mary, and that's just near the window, near the altar, and that was really special. They reckon it was where the priest went when he wasn't working up at the
Castle.
The castle. It was his private space.
Where he used to take the altar boys. Just a thought. I'll cut that bit, shall I? Right then. It's well worth a visit. It is really well worth a visit, Warkworth Castle. It's probably one of the best preserved castles we've been to for a long time.
Yes. I mean, we go to Helmsley Castle regular, and there's a bit of Helmsley left, but this put Helmsley to shame, didn't it? Well and truly.
Yeah, well, the keep in Helmsley is a ruin anyway. The bit you would think is the keep isn't the keep. It's a manor house. It's a big house that's been built within the grounds of the castle.
Yes.
But
no, the walk along the towpath was lovely.
Yeah. The car park is a field, essentially, isn't it? It's a grassy area just to the front of the castle, and there's a small toilet block with ladies, a gents, and a disabled toilet. Well, that's basically the front, and it is a pay and display car park, unless you're an English Heritage member. In that case, if you've got this year's English Heritage sticker in your windscreen, it's free. But that's like most English Heritage sites now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, in the past we've had to pay and then go inside, and they've had to give us back the money.
Yeah, well, they're the days before you had the dated windscreen stickers.
Yeah.
So
no, it was definitely well worth a visit.
Yeah. I like the fact that there's so much of it left and you can have a good mooch about. The audio tour, as you say, well worth it. I would recommend taking the audio tour. If you're going to be there, take the audio tour. It'll embed you in the history of the place. And
the best thing was where sometimes, I know Helmsley's quite a big piece, this wasn't. It was only small.
That's because it's the new style of audio tour.
And
Abbey had the same one.
I kept sort of sticking it under my hat and getting it to sort of stay put.
Yeah. The neck lanyard they have on them, they should get rid and put a wrist lanyard on it. The reason is, if you hang it around your neck, the next place you go to that you have to zap will be down at knee height. So you're taking it off to zap things. But yeah, English Heritage need to change those lanyards to wrist lanyards, in my view. And as you know, as a man, I'm always right.
Cool, that's combusting well.
Right, old.
So, no. So tomorrow we'll go and have another adventure.
So, getting back to the case in point, Warkworth Castle.
Yes, love.
It's a nice place to visit.
Oh yeah.
It's well worth a visit.
There's even picnic tables inside because we saw a couple of families having picnic. Because I think you could get cups of coffee from the
I'll
shop.
put a link in the description to English Heritage's webpage for Warkworth Castle, so you can have a look-see. But it's only a little short video about Warkworth, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. If you were looking for something for a day out, you know what I mean. Especially if you're going to get some.
All English. Well, the majority of English heritage sites are worth a visit for a day out. But this is our thoughts on Warkworth.
Yeah, but this one I've enjoyed more than a lot. I think I enjoy, especially that walk along the river. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And you got all excited about the fish jumping.
Yeah, and we thought there was a herring, but I wasn't sure if it was a plastic one. But when it wasn't there on the way back, it must have been a real one.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, the colour just wasn't as vibrant as what I've seen them in the past.
No, it's been a pleasant day out. I'll visit the Warkworth.
Yes.
And now we're having a pleasant evening. We're going to be cracking open some cider. Cider.
Yes.
Sitting around our little campfire and enjoying the evening. It's a pleasant evening, even though the clouds are. It's warm, even though it's a grey sky.
Yeah. I could technically take my hat off. I have took my gloves off. That's an improvement.
Swallow. So, there you have it. 'Tis what it is. So that's our visit to Warkworth Castle, done and dusted, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. I think I've got nothing much to say about Warkworth Castle, except Warkworth Castle, if you're in the area, visit it. And there's Dunstable just up the road a bit, which we will go to tomorrow.
Yes, and that'll be on a different video.
Fair enough.
Right.
You'll have to watch out for the Dunstable video.
And then we'll see if we can get another couple on the way back.
Going to be busy. Right then.
Okay.
So, until next time, ta-ra.
Bye.